Hello and welcome to the Redmen TV. I'm Chris Pajak. I am joined by none other than the man, the legend, one Mr. James Redmond.
A very cold Mr. James Redmond. I'm shivering. My timbers out here, you know, Chris. I'm freezing.
You're young and you're supposed to be sound.
No, that's not how it works. I'm shivering my tits off out here, Chris.
Why?
It's freezing. It's like
cold,
minus 25 million degrees. It's fucking cold, man.
It's a good job the players weren't thinking that tonight, mate.
I know, yeah.
They was fucking superb in the end there, weren't
Don't even get me started on that before. 10s all round. I know we've done the player ratings, but 10s all round. Do you know what I mean? Perfect performance.
How did you think Liverpool... I mean, we scored pretty early.
Yeah.
A lot of people missed that goal.
Yeah.
But did we start well?
Of course we did. Of course, from minute one we knew what this game was about. We knew that we had to go out there, and again I've said it on here plenty of times and you're probably getting sick of me saying it, but being ruthless and being aggressive, and that's one thing we was. That's one thing Naby Keita was. He comes in right away and he's like, right, let's go full pelt, and that's what Jurgen said to them. He said go out there full pelt and show them something that they're not expecting, and that's one thing that Naby did straight away. Goes right in there, gets the ball, Salah gets it, passes it back into Naby, and boom, 1-0 up already, putting us in a good position.
I looked at the clock to see whether we'd basically like broken Shane Long's record already. I think we missed out by about 6 seconds or something. Like, it was like he only got that at the weekend. But then you're right. But then I disagree with you in the next 10 to 15 minutes. I thought we were pretty poor. Like,
yeah, and that's one thing I was going to mention. I was going to wait for you to bring up that point. I thought we did, you know, take the foot off the pedal. We found it hard to, you know, come out of our own half. And you know, one thing that we desperately needed more than anything was that second goal, because they was looking dangerous. They looked like they wanted to get at least a point today. You know, they brought everything they had and they played well. Honestly, I thought we played, regarding the results, you know, they still came and they given us everything they had, I think, and that was a very difficult game for Liverpool. And the fact they was, you know, on top, and the fact, you know, we're in a very nervous position being up there with Man City and we've got to win every game. Again, overcame adversity once more, and that's perfect.
And this is the thing, that nervousness that you've just mentioned there, for me, like, I didn't see any of that in the side today, and I'm going into this game thinking, Sturridge up front, and I shouldn't be thinking like that, because I should trust Klopp and his decision making, because he's proved time and time again that he makes the right decisions at the helm of this football club. But I think sometimes you can't help but second guess the manager, because you don't want to see a side that doesn't have Bobby Firmino in, quite frankly. Yeah. But then, you know, Sturridge started, I thought he played really well, and the team just grew into the game, and after about 20 minutes, 25 minutes, I was thinking, yeah, there's no way Huddersfield are getting back into this game. No way whatsoever. And Liverpool have got so much pressure on the shoulders, but they're able to play like they're having a kickabout with the mates in the park. There's that many streets ahead of Huddersfield. They just fucking took the piss out of them, quite frankly.
It shows the difference between world class and then, you know, a lower Premier League side. We go out there and we show them how it's done. And one thing this game was all about was, you know, it was about, you know, goal difference. It was about all different things like that, and it was just important that we got the 3 points today and scored many goals, because we need to make sure that goal difference is on, you know, par with Man City by the last game of the season.
The goal difference thing's funny, isn't it? Because you're looking at it and you're thinking to yourself, I think there was 8 goals in it before today.
Yeah.
There's not really a scenario that I can play out in my head that we need goal difference, because they draw, we win, sounds, we're ahead. So there's not many, but it's nice to be able to put that pressure onto Manchester City regardless, isn't it? And I'm sure, you know, people will be able to work this out and why we will need goal difference and stuff, but it was never really a concern for me. Let's focus a little bit on some of the players and stuff then. I think Naby Keita back into the centre of the park. He looked brilliant, didn't he?
Honestly, he's playing like a world class. I'm not saying he is world class, but I'm saying he's playing at a world class level in recent games. He's performing at the top of his game. He's came in off criticism. You know, people have said that they don't believe in him. They don't think he can become the player that he was, even half the player that he was at Leipzig. You know, and just what a player he's become. And I said it from the beginning of the season. Jurgen has done this with Robertson. He's done it with Fabinho. He's just easing him into the team and, you know, letting him settle in the right way. And Jurgen just deals with players the perfect way, man, and I think it's showing again in Naby Keita.
One of my thoughts on Naby Keita is, I mean, I agree with everything that you've said. I think he's been absolutely superb over the last few weeks and stuff. This for me was a real marker for him. It was probably his best all-round game. You know, when we've seen him in recent weeks, we've seen him do really well moving the ball forwards and stuff. I think he married both sides of the game up really well today. I thought he was aggressive in the challenge, winning the ball back. You know, he wins that one for obviously the first goal. I think he wins it in the lead up to maybe the second or the third, I can't remember which, but I'm sure I remember him sliding in the centre circle. But one of the things that I want to know from you is, if he'd been able to get up to speed, and it's ifs, buts and maybes, I know you don't do ifs, buts and maybes, you do deal just in absolutes. But if maybe he was in this form at the same time Fabinho hit form, could we still be clear of Man City? And James, tell me to fuck off if it doesn't matter.
Fuck off, Chris, it doesn't matter.
You're right, it doesn't matter. But you can't help but think, fuck me. I tell you what, I'm not worried about this season because I think the team's been absolutely fucking unbelievable.
Yeah.
And listen, we're on 91 points or something now, isn't it? Is it 91 we're on? Is it 90? I can't remember.
It's brilliant.
It's 91.
But it's just the way, just knowing, and listen, everyone said it, but just knowing we can finish on 97 and not win, it is a sting. But fair fucks to the lads. Well done, you know what I mean? What a point tally that is if we do end up getting it. And, you know, you can see they've put everything into this season. And, you know, if buts, maybes, whatever you want to chat, all that shite. But at the end of the day, we've had a great season. It's just unfortunate Man City have as well.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah,
and you know, we've said it time and time again. If Manchester City beat us, fair fucks to them, because this is one of the best sides the Premier League's ever seen. It's not just the best Liverpool side I've seen in the Premier League era, or we've all seen in the Premier League era. This is one of the best sides the Premier League has ever produced. And if Manchester City beat us, they beat us. But you know, back onto the performance today, then, mate. Actually, before we do, that Naby Keita point, I think what really naturally follows on from that is we're going to be so much better next season for having Naby Keita in. Like, I'm actually not, even if we lose the league this season, Chris, I'm not sure we can lose the league next season if Naby's playing at that level.
Chris, I'm not being funny or nothing. The midfield depth that we've got now, unbelievable. The fact Oxlade-Chamberlain's back, the first minute he comes on, he nearly scores a goal. Are you mad? These options that we've got in midfield is endless. Got Fabinho, Henderson, Wijnaldum, Keita, Oxlade-Chamberlain. Five, honestly, doesn't that just sound gorgeous? Doesn't that just sound lovely? We're spoiled for choice, and that's perfect. People was complaining about squad depth, and we have got squad depth. Oxlade-Chamberlain came on today, and he was brilliant. I thought, honestly, really did change. We were alright, he playing well. He didn't need to change the game, but he brought something new to the team, and it's not like we've been missing him. Don't get me wrong, but it was lovely to see him back, and it would have been perfect to see him score.
God, if that had gone in, like, I mean, the keeper should have let it in, shouldn't he? I think I said that on my match reaction. But Mo Salah, brilliant first finish. You got to question what the keeper was doing.
You know,
he's made it easy for Salah.
Yeah, he has, and you know what? Fair play to Salah, because he gets into the position. You know what I mean? And that's one thing that we do respect about Salah. You know, even those games that he weren't scoring goals, he was still getting into positions to score, and that's the true class about Salah. He does have that eye for goal. And today he was brilliant. But I do think one man.
Oh, it's the reason that you've all tuned in. This is the reason to hear me talk about Sadio Mane being the best player in the world.
Honestly, he is fucking fantastic, mate. He's actually, honestly, I can't. What else do I have to say? He's speaking for me. And anyone who said I was wrong,
did you think he could head the ball that well?
Which?
Did you think he could head the ball that well?
Yeah, of course I did. Are you mad? Of course I knew that he could head the ball that well. I knew that. I know about his skills before anyone else. I'm a visionary. I don't just chat shit. I back it up. And I think I've backed it up recently.
What backing up have you done?
What do you mean, what backing up have I?
You said something about Mane, and Mane backed it up.
Mane backed it up, but the thing is, people said I was wrong.
Yeah.
Am I wrong?
No.
Exactly. So what point are you trying to make?
I'm trying to make that you didn't back it up.
I did back it up.
When?
Because I said he was the best player in the world, and he's playing like the best player in the world.
So he's playing like the best player in the world, so he's backing you
up.
He's
helping me.
Mane's got your back. That's even better.
But I've got his back, because if I never made that...
Obviously,
he saw that video. And ever since he saw that video, ever since it blew up, he's been boss.
It's
just that makes... Exactly. You're on it. Ever since... I'm not wrong. He saw that and he's like, do you know what, my friend? This guy is good, you know? This guy is good. I like this guy. James, he's a good guy. Mane, if I see you, can you sign me shirt? And me boots. And me room. Jesus Christ. Anybody else you want to talk about today? Robertson.
Go on.
And I actually want to know your thoughts about Robertson as well. I thought just the way he goes forward and obviously defending as well, he's just world class, isn't he, Chris? And the fact he came from Hull for 8 million and we sold Kevin Stewart for 8 million to them, robbery, mate.
It's daylight robbery. it's ridiculous. But you know what? Like, we talked about his attacking prowess so often and stuff, but it's his delivery. His delivery is fantastic. I mean,
13 assists.
Mane's first goal, wasn't it?
Think so.
Where he splits the
And he
defenders,
puts it in,
doesn't he?
yeah.
And the ball is fucking perfect, right in the middle of two centre halves, and only Mane can finish that off. And it's a great header again from Sadio, as you come to expect, of course. But then the other one, completely different type of cross.
Yeah.
You know, it's a great little ball by Shaqiri, I think it is, that splits the fullback and the centre half, leads Robertson to the absolute perfect position. Robertson doesn't panic, doesn't go crazy, just knocks the ball across to Mo Salah and goal. And one of the other things that I've not spoken about yet in any of the videos is how funny it was watching Huddersfield celebrate that goal that was done for offside, because they knew it was offside and they just carried on celebrating because they knew that was the only time they were going to get to celebrate. Little did they know that we would then celebrate an offside goal and they would then celebrate us celebrating an offside goal. It was a funny little twist in the game, and I was laughing my head off.
That's what I love about games like this, you know what I mean? And, you know, the pressure was on going into the game, and listen, I know they're relegated and it is supposed to be an easy game, but the pressure is on, and going into the last 4 games, is it now? Potentially 5. There is going to be pressure going into it, but you know, when you do get that, especially the second goal, I think from then on we were just allowed to play our football and just enjoy the rest of the match. And they're the type of games that I love, where we can have a laugh, enjoy the football, score a lot of goals, and yeah.
It's brilliant. It's absolutely brilliant. And listen, Liverpool have just rolled over a side in the Premier League. All right, they're probably not. They look mid-championship level to me now. Maybe the heart's not in it or whatever. Liverpool rolled over a side 5-0. It's the third to last game of the season. We're going for the league. It's supposed to be hard. Liverpool are making this look easy. They're not feeling the pressure. Barcelona will be watching this absolutely shitting themselves, and quite rightly so. Liverpool are coming for you. Manchester City, it is over to you. Like the video, subscribe to Redmen TV, check out James's Instagram, which is
James Redmond _96, and give a follow. I've just lost a lot of followers there.